Neil, you also work with businesses on workplace culture optimization. What exactly is that? And how do you start building a better culture? And how do you protect that culture when you're that small business owner?
The first step is to understand we all have culture in our companies today. I always am amazed when I have a leader or an owner or a business owner tell me, we're working to define our culture. And I said, well, that's great, but your culture has already been defined for you. Your culture is existent after your first employee. So the key is, how do you understand what your culture is? And that's a culture assessment and evaluation to understand where you are. And then optimizing is taking it from where you are to where you want to get it to. And the key really is building an effective culture of what's important to you as a leader. An example is when I started my business, my mind was really to be a solopreneur. And as I started growing and expanding, and I have 3 employees today that work with me, I realized I had to define what that culture was after I hired the first person. And one of the things that came out of my own individual culture, and I love sharing the story, is I've made the decision very consciously, family first, work second. And that is a cultural definition of who I am as a company and who I believe in as a leader. And that's not always the status that you see in many other organizations, but I'm defining my culture. And I will always tell everybody on my team, if you have a conflict's easy to solve. Family first, work second. My companies I work with will go, well, what about us? I will have redundancy plans and other people to support them, but I always want to make sure my people are taking care of their family. And those are examples of how we understand what our culture is and how do we optimize it to bring in the talent that is resonating with that adds value to that, and hiring people that want that and looking for that. That from a retention and growth strategy is tremendous. But finding things that really make a difference and building, again, similar to what I talked about earlier, is building a plan. Where are you? Where do you want to go? And then listening to your team and understanding you as a leader. What are those core values of what's important to you?
When, someone asks you about how to develop their culture, giving them that answer of you already have one, whether you like it or not, that's a great start.